Welcome to Venerable Maudgalyāyana, Vegan, a Compassionate Protector's Miraculous Journey, Part 1 of 2. The Venerable Maudgalyāyana, also known as Maudgalyāyana, was one of the 10 most revered disciples of venerated enlightened master, the worshipped Sakyamuni Buddha, Vegan, the world-honored one. The spiritual pairing of Maudgalyāyana and the venerated Sariputra, Vegan, who was also one of Buddha's chief disciples, is significant. The two had developed a strong and unique affinity through several prior existences together over numerous past lifetimes with the future Sakyamuni Buddha. The various abilities that they developed suited them to work as perfect assistants, maintaining concord stability and discipline within the congregation of the Buddha's order of monks. During the first 2 years after the Buddha attained enlightenment, when these two chief disciples-to-be approached the Sangha for the first time, seeking Sakyamuni Buddha's teaching, he immediately recognized them and requested that Maudgalyāyana and Sariputra take their destined positions by his side. The path that led Maudgalyāyana to become a revered assistant of Sakyamuni Buddha was instigated numerous eons ago through merits earned by Sariputra with the worshipped Anumadasi Buddha. According to the Theravada tradition, Anumadasi Buddha was one of the 28 Buddhas listed in the Buddha Vamsa. At that time, Sariputra spontaneously attended the Sangha of Anumadasi Buddha. Becoming completely enraptured by the proceedings of the congregation, he held an umbrella to protect the Buddha from the sun for 7 days. Due to this merit, Anumadasi Buddha predicted that, in the distant future, Sariputra would become one of the chief disciples of Gautama Buddha, alongside his close friend Maudgalyāyana. They would serve as Sakyamuni Buddha's right and left-hand assistants, respectively. Maudgalyāyana's birth name was Kalita, and he was born to a Brahmin family in the 6th century BC in the ancient kingdom of Magadha, now part of the Indian state of Bihar. On the same day, Sariputra was born to a neighboring Brahmin family and was named Upatisya. The two old friends grew up together as practically inseparable twins, leading the typical life of affluence in that era. However, during one of the numerous festivals that they often attended with their friends for idle amusement, Kalita began to ponder the frivolity and the lack of meaning of such pursuits. Upatisya was simultaneously feeling a growing sense of unease with this kind of life. Together, they resolved from that moment onward they would instead lead truly meaningful lives as wandering ascetics in search of a worthy spiritual teacher who could guide them to the truth. Later, while in Rajagaha, under the guidance of an ascetic teacher named Sanjaya, yet another fruitless practice rendered both Kalita and Upatisya intensely dissatisfied, so they left. Kalita and Upatisya resolved to temporarily part ways to continue their spiritual search, agreeing that whoever found the true master of spiritual enlightenment first would share the discovery with the other. Upatisya soon encountered a practitioner with an unusually serene demeanor, the Venerable Assaji, Vegan. Assaji revealed that he was a disciple of the perfectly self-enlightened Buddha. Retracing his steps, Upatisya joyously informed Kalita of their amazing good fortune. Moreover, every resident of Sanjay's ashram followed them to the Veluvana monastery, where Shakyamuni Buddha was staying. All immediately transformed into bhikkhus upon respectfully bowing their heads at the world-honored one, Sakyamuni Buddha's feet. Upon their ordination, Upatisya and Kalita came to be known as Sariputra and Maudgalyāyana. Even though Maudgalyāyana and Sariputra immediately became the Buddha's left and right-hand assistants, they had not yet practiced, therefore not attained the 3 higher paths. Consequently, a period of diligent practice immediately followed their entry into the Sangha. After making strenuous efforts for 6 days, Maudgalyāyana became tired and fell into a complete state of lethargy. The Buddha quickly roused him with instructions so that by the end of the 7th day, he achieved arahantship. Meanwhile, Sariputra spent 15 days in the presence of the Buddha to reach the arahant status. Each reached an attainment in accord with their designated future roles. Among Shakyamuni Buddha's disciples, Maudgalyāyana was foremost in supernatural powers, using them to protect the Dharma. He possessed 6 types of supernatural abilities: the divine eye, or clairvoyance, divine ear, or clairaudience, mind reading, knowledge of past lives, the extinction of defilements, and the ability to travel freely through space, or teleportation. His supernatural powers had a karmic connection to his past life when he was a fisherperson. He realized that his livelihood was creating bad karma and decided to change to more virtuous ways. Later, he encountered a Pratika Buddha, or solitary enlightened one. Deeply impressed by his dignified manner, he invited the Pratika Buddha to his house to receive offerings. After offering him a meal, Maudgalyāyana witnessed the Pratika Buddha rise into the air and move freely in all directions. Inspired, he made a vow to attain such powers in a future life. Through his determination, Maudgalyāyana's wish came true, and in this life, as a disciple of the Buddha, he became the foremost in supernatural abilities. The Venerable Maudgalyāyana asked for permission to perform a miraculous feat.
Kindly permit me to perform a feat of miracle.
Dear son Maudgalyāyana, how would you demonstrate?
I will reduce the Mount Meru to the size of a mustard seed, shelve it in between the fishes of my teeth, and chew it in the presence of the spectators.
How else would you demonstrate?
The earth will be rolled up like a small thin mat, and I will keep it in between my fingers.
Any other way?
Like a potter's wheel for grinding earth, I will turn up the great earth and beat the populace here with the fertile topsoil that lies under the surface.
How else?
This earth will be put on the palm of my left hand, and human beings will be placed on another island continent.
Acknowledging Maudgalyāyana's miraculous powers, the Buddha denied giving Maudgalyāyana permission to use them. He then lectured to Maudgalyāyana and the Sangha about the inconsequence of magical power next to the incomparable Buddha nature. The Buddha revealed to them a myriad of impressive manifestations and declared,
Let there be illumination throughout the 10,000 universes.
During a 1991 lecture in Taiwan, also known as Formosa, our most beloved Supreme Master Qinghai, vegan, explained why the Buddha forbade Maudgalyāyana from using magical powers. Even though Buddha himself manifested countless forms and used great powers to help beings in heaven and hell.
他那个目前连的神通就是反复的神通，用意气控制，用念咒、用法术可以得到，还是要用这个身体才能够做事。佛的神通就是超越的神通，它是无我的神通，它做而不做的，度众生。不过没有认为有众生可度，做事不过没有那种认为自己做的那个等级，不是目前人可以了解。目前人是用那种呼啦呼啦和念咒啊，那手术法术可以得出来。那当然呢，会介入别人的因果，做事很无明，用我慢足来做，我可以改变这个，我可以改变那个，找麻烦给自己啊，那个会造出业障，因为介入宇宙的因果。
The Maharatna Kutta Sutra tells of Maudgalyāyana's quest to find out how far the voice of the Buddha carries. The Buddha decided to indulge Maudgalyāyana, giving him the ability to use his spiritual power of unimpeded functioning of the body to journey to the very edge of this great world system of 1 billion worlds. Maudgalyāyana traveled through the fantastic realms of space to a distant star system called the Banner of Light, to a planet where a Samyak Buddha also resides with numerous disciples. Maudgalyāyana experienced him teaching just as the Buddha on earth did, except that they all had enormous bodies. The Buddha of that world explained to him,
"The vast range of the voices of the Buddhas, the thus come ones, absolutely transcends any limits. Their voices are majestic and infinite and cannot be understood even by means of analogy."
However, Maudgalyāyana still felt confused. He thus earnestly prayed to the Buddha to return him home. When he did, Maudgalyāyana humbled himself before the worshipped Sakyamuni Buddha and reproached himself for comparing his own power to that of the infinite power of the Buddha.
Vegan, calling from heaven. Hasten, man.
Noble viewers, we appreciate your company today.